Hey everybody, welcome back to Fixing Things. We are back on the Mehall truck today, and well, you seen by the caption, we're gonna put a three-way valve so that we can operate two fuel tanks. When one goes dry, flip it over, and then the other one. Also, I got a little update on this tank. I got the brand new sending unit put in, got all grounded. I tested it with the gauge, and it works fine. Where's the other one? I got the other gauge the other sending unit working too. I took it apart and cleaned out the contact in there, and it's also working. I put an ohm meter on it and tested it. Am I going to put it back in? No, it's rough. I also did some more cleaning on this fuel tank this morning. So what I did was I took a drill and I took a rod and I took some I taped this onto the rod and put the rod on the end of the drill, and it went around, and I scraped the inside of the tank for a couple hours. Flushed it out, took my leaf blower, put it over top of the hole, blowed down in there, dried it all out, cleaned it all out. She's clean. Is there some debris in there? I'm sure I didn't get it all, but it's fairly clean. New sending unit, and we're gonna put that valvey thingy. I'm thinking about right here. So we'll make a bracket, drill a hole in it. I took this screw out. And we'll put the bracket underneath here, put a couple screws here, one down through there. That should hold it off and on, and connect it to my pipes. So all my pipes are right here. Matter of fact, that old hose is the original hose that was on there. It done split when we pushed the tank over. So we're gonna take that off, probably cut this back in here, and we're gonna have to put on this tank here, we're gonna have to put a filter. Put a filter on it. So I don't know if you could see that, but right down in here, I got, why ain't that thing focusing? There we go. That line split right there when I moved the tank. So the Mehall truck is incapacitated as it is right now. But we'll go ahead and cut the line right here. I got a fuel filter on this one already. And there's a hose right down here. This is the one coming from this tank here. We'll put a line on it, put a filter on it, going back through this thingamajiggy to turn it off and on. So in my last episode, we pressure washed this tank out, and that was an all-day ordeal. I mean, it was mountains of rust. You should go back and see it. But she's all back together. We also did last week. This was an ordeal too. I'm probably going to paint this, take this back off. I want to do some metal work down in here. I don't like what's going on there. And it's soft. The metal is soft. We're going to reinforce it and reinforce over in this corner tomorrow. and paint this tank. We're gonna take all the trim off we can and paint this stuff tomorrow. On tomorrow's episode of Fixing Things. I also got a shout out to all my kids down at the barbershop. Man, they love telling me, "Oh, Pastor Bill, I seen your last episode. I seen your meat haul truck. I seen your General Lee. I seen your tractor. I seen your motorcycles." Oh, for some reason, I'm the man around town when it comes to doing hair at the barbershop for kids. And there's the local moms channel on Facebook, and they all say, "Take them to Pastor Bill, take them to Pastor Bill." And I'll do all the autistic kids around and everything else, the ones with sensory issues and young kids that are scared. And for some reason, they don't mind seeing this gruffy old man with a long hair and beard cutting their hair. Maybe because I'm a kid just like them. All right, so let's get busy. Let's see what we can do on this thing right here. Shout outs. Oh, wait a second. I'll hold on a second. Yeah, a special shout out to Brennan Secor. Brennan Secor. He knows everything about my channel. This young fella is probably around 6 years old, and I did his hair Sunday, and he knew everything about my channel. He's a diehard fan. All right, Brendan, thanks for watching my channel, and I can't wait to get you back in my barber chair so we can put another lightning bolt on the side of your head. God bless you there, Mr. Brennan. I love them kids. All right, let's get back now. Let's get back. All right, first thing I want to do is build some type of bracket going on here. I got a couple pieces of metal. This is a pretty stout one. I can put that underneath there, drill some holes through it. I'll have some room to screw to it, drill my hole here. I don't need that curve, so maybe I just cut it off, save that for something else. Maybe that's what I'll do. That's a pretty good idea. I just zip that right there, and that's a pretty stout piece of metal. It'll hold a fuel switch. Also have a little super strut, and I'm thinking I can mount that on there. This will be a little bit more work. I like the curve in it. I can cut it off through here and take away this edge. That's not a bad idea either. I do like the curve on it, and it'll kind of hide the fittings and everything. Maybe that's what we'll do. That's a pretty simple thing to do. And that'll save this for some, I think about using that on the bed. This is pretty thick also. So let's use this piece here. We'll cut it, make it so it like that, and get that piece fitted in there. All right, first things first, I got my hole bit, and I'm gonna drill me a hole right up in here somewhere. Maybe center, might look better. And the hole's gonna be big enough to mount here, and I think we'll put 2/4 20 screws in it. Oh, that fits good. Let's mark this. Woo. Need to wobble them out a little bit. All right, I got the holes done with the bit. Let's see if we can get some 1/4-20. I'm using some nylon thread locking El Boltos. Now this is just mocking up. I got to take this apart because I got to get that on there and one on this side also, which I can go ahead and mark. Mark my cut right there. All right, I need to go get my gasoline approved tape. And I know some of you were gonna say, "Oh, not supposed to use it." You know, whatever. I ain't never had them leak. As long as you use either the yellow or the pink. I got both. You're not supposed to use the white. The white is for water only. All right, let's put this stuff together, and then we'll grind this out so that'll slide in place. Make sure I got that right. That would be sucking. Yep. All right. Grinding this off. Okay. All right, when you're putting this stuff on, you want to go in a direction as if you were turning it on. So you're screwing it in. And you don't want so much over that it's gonna mess up. I think Rust-Oleum ought to change the name to Mehall Orange. That's right. Also known as Alice Chalmers Orange. Looking good. All right, so I cut this fuel line back here. I got the fuel line hooked up that goes to the fuel pump. And I got the one that hooks up to this tank here. This is the one we got to get a filter on. Now all these are going to come up here and hook to the switch. So now it's time to get the switch in. I don't have the filter yet. I'm just going to cut it in when the time is right. When I get the filters. That's what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and get this installed. The switch, the paint should be dry by now. All right, it's still a little tacky, but I think we can get it on there. It's tacky like me. All right, where's my bolts? Oh, you know, it's a thumbprint. I'm rushing it. I'm rushing it. All right, let me get. I got my impact over here. That looks pretty good. Looks like it's supposed to be there. Hope my fuel lines are long enough. All right, I think I brought my Wonder Bar out. We'll lift up on this and slide this piece in there. Should be enough to get clamps there. Don't need to slide them all the way up on these barbs. Wonder Bar to the rescue. That looks pretty good. All right. That boy ain't going nowhere. All right, so this one should be that one. And this one is the middle one. And, uh-oh. May have to switch it out with that other hose. Oh, we got it. Just bend the pipe up some. All right, let's get the clamps on these two. We'll make a cut right here and put my pass-through filter right there. Should be easy to get to. Maybe it's already in my mailbox, I don't know. Man, it turned out good. It was better than I thought it was going to turn out. It looks like it's supposed to be there. I went ahead and touched up my fingerprints. It looks good. What I'll do is before I start running it, I'm going to blow air back through and see which line is which. But it's done. So now the auxiliary tank and the main tank is both operational. I do got to get I got a sending unit in this one. I just got to get a gauge mounted for it underneath the dash or somewhere. Cut a hole in the dash. I don't know if I want to cut a hole in the dash. No, I'm not going to cut a hole in the dash. There's plenty of room for one. Door shut good. Truck is ready for Kentucky. It's ready. It's ready to roll. Next week, definitely. I'm going to the DMV. Get this thing registered. But this is DUN done. Auxiliary fuel tank shut off thingy is done. Man, I can't believe it. The truck is coming together. It really is. From something that was locked up, motor locked up and everything else, all the brake drums locked up. And it's looking good. I still got to do some painting. Painting is easy with the Rust-Oleum. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. Remember, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Man, that tank is done. Oh man, new sending unit. Oh yeah, it looks good. I'll see you.